Rolling video.
Rolling video.
That's a Rick
Hello.
Beato says. Rick Beato is really good, by the way. If you ever want to go on YouTube, he reviews music and things. So today, John and Denise here. The last time you saw us, I think,
It was quite a bit of time
it was a
ago.
while, and we were talking about the collagen 1, 2, 3. So today we're talking about menopause.
You know, it's not a secret. Every woman's going to go through it. Either they're in perimenopause or they've already went through menopause, or they call it, I guess, menopause. They say it's just really one day. It's the day it stops and never comes back. And then you're in perimenopause,
It's also
postmenopause.
when, like, men of pause. We have to
Take
patience
pause.
and take a pause.
First of
So-
all, we're coming
so
to you
anyway,
live from the
so-
Dover Pool and Yacht
so
Club. So
Dover
let's
Pool
just
and
say,
Yacht Club. Cheers,
puppy.
Saturday
It's
afternoon.
Saturday.
It's kind of shitty outside, so we're not on the boat.
Okay, let's get to
So
this.
we're going to talk about, why did I want to talk about this? So recently, there's been the approval of a new drug called VEOZAH, VEOZAH, which is all over the television, and that's really all there is on television anymore, is drug ads for everything,
Medicine.
HIV and lymphoma and on. Like, you're going to really go to your doctor and say, hey, doc, I want to be on the drug that
So whoever.
whoever's on.
Keep it
So
fast.
VEOZAH, I always like. I used to do clinical trials, so I'm very interested when a new drug comes to market. And Denise suffered for years with like all kinds of stuff.
Hot flashes.
Worstly
I
hot
can say what they
flashes,
are.
which woke me up. Go ahead, you tell
No,
us
it was
about
like I would literally soak the bed. Like I'd wake up in a pool of, like, I wet myself, which I didn't. I'd sneak out of the room, get a beach towel, put it down. Hour and a half later, beach towel. I literally, one morning I woke up, I had 3 towels under me. Changing the sheets, changing the mattress pad, like, ridiculous.
And that's just
Disgusting.
the
So not
nighttime.
sexy.
You should have heard her.
Then the
seen
ring
her
of
during
fire.
The
The ring
daytime.
of fire.
Oh my God.
Is it hot in here? Is it hot in here? He's being a
Throwing
sweater.
the sheets off of me,
Throwing the sheets
throwing
off
the
of me.
covers
Freezing,
off.
hot, cold.
Next thing I know,
You know
it's
what
a-
I'm talking about, ladies.
So anyway,
You know.
so Denise has been taking a product by a company called Modere, which makes
OVA.
really nice products. They're clean. They're made here in America.
Like they
They're
should be.
relatively free. But I'm a cynic, so I take everything and I look at everything, and we're going to go through what's in this, and we're going to talk about VEOZAH. Okay.
Sounds like Gyoza, like an
So
appetizer.
let's just the other issues that come about menopause and what we call perimenopause are menstrual irregularities, lack of libido, dryness, anxiety,
Mood swings. You want to stab someone,
swings.
then you
wanna
want to
kill
cry,
somebody,
then you're
and then
so
you're sorry
sad.
you killed them.
Yeah, no, it's just terrible.
So Denise, why don't you tell us a little bit about? I'm gonna talk first. I think I'm gonna talk about each of these products first a little bit.
just
Let me
don't
talk
be
about
long.
VEOZAH. I'm not going to go crazy with you on science with
Please
VEOZAH.
don't.
So VEOZAH, I'm going to just talk. I got to put glasses on because I can't see. So here's what the science of this stuff is. This is insanity. Okay, it's a neurokinin receptor antagonist that acts by blocking neurokinin B from binding to the kispeptin neurokinin B dynorphin neuron. And where does all this happen?
Boring.
So you take this drug. And it goes through your intestinal tract, gets into your bloodstream, crosses what's called the blood-brain barrier, and it's working on an organ in your body called the hypothalamus. Okay? So it's not like you just took vitamin C. It's crossing your blood-brain barrier, and it's affecting neurons in your brain.
That sounds a little
Okay,
scary.
so
That's just to get rid of hot flashes? That seems a
yeah,
little
that's just
intense.
what it is. There was about 2,000 women who did 4 clinical trials with these, and it was pretty good. It actually reduced hot flashes a fair amount because what it actually does is it kind of blocks the hormone that makes your body temperature go up.
Okay.
So your
good.
body temperature regulation is kind of being blocked. So I don't know how this will work for people who live in cold climates and people who live in hot climates. I don't know. It'd be curious to see down the road, like, are people who live in cold climates cold all the time because they don't heat up normally? Anytime it's like, literally think of this as a drug that goes over to the thermostat on your wall and shuts it off and decides what it wants to do.
Anyway,
What kind of
we're not
side
telling
effects do we see with this Veoza? The most common ones with 45 milligrams were diarrhea, abdominal pain, insomnia, back pain, hot flushes, interestingly enough.
No side
But
effects.
most importantly, what's called hepatic enzyme or liver enzyme elevation.
That
So-
sounds really dangerous.
So now, liver enzyme elevation happens mostly from
Oh.
drinking too much,
So we might already have elevated enzymes
from
in our-
hepatitis,
in our liver. Okay. professional.
from Tylenol.
Ooh.
These can all.
Ibuprofen.
So one of the things they recommend with Veoza is that you're going to need to get lab work done periodically because it can really affect your.
But is it hormonal? Does it have hormonal
It's not
or
hormonal,
estrogen,
no.
soil, and stuff
And in
like that?
fact, I wanted to say
That's
to you
important.
that there was one clinical trial about it that did show that like it wasn't affecting estrogen levels, so like it wasn't raising estrogen levels or lowering estrogen
So
levels.
it's
And why do we
all-
talk
it's-
about that? We talk about that primarily because elevated estrogen levels in postmenopausal women are highly coordinated with
Certain cancer.
breast cancers and uterine cancer. So let's talk about
Let's talk about OVA.
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 We're going to get to the
It's
meat
struggle
of
is
it. So
over.
OVA M.
I was a product tester before it was released to the public. I was one of the people chosen to try it. So I started taking it at the beginning of January. And I have to say I was suffering for years with my menopausal symptoms to the point where I was like taking Xanax because I was so anxious. And then I was just there were so many symptoms that I had that I didn't realize were tied to menopause until I started reading about what this was supposed to help me with. And the list is so long. And I have to say, I feel like a new person. I mean, I literally can go to sleep at 9:30, 10 o'clock at night and literally get up once to pee and go right back to sleep and sleep straight through to 8, 9 o'clock in the morning. I mean, I'm sleeping 7, 8, 9 hours a night, and I would sleep like 3 or 4 and then be on my phone for an hour or two in bed under the covers because I couldn't sleep. That's not me
So
anymore.
that's not you right now.
No.
And what else did it
Oh my
help you with
gosh.
anything else?
I'm much calmer. I'm less bloated. I am less moody. I am less wanting to stab people on the street that cut me off. I don't think I'm as bitchy as I was. I don't just cry for no reason, which I would just cry. And so all that stuff is gone. The ring of fire, the only time I live in Florida, so sometimes if I just wear the wrong clothes, anybody's gonna sweat. But I don't have that whoosh feeling that most women are saying. It's like you stepped in a ring of fire and you're burning from your feet up. It blows out your head. And then 10 minutes later you need a sweater, you're cold. I don't have the hot flashes at night. I don't have the night sweats that soak the bed. I literally don't sweat at night anymore. I go to bed, feel great. Wake up,
And
that's
I-
it.
and
I
I get to
wake
sleep,
up,
too.
and I'm not so I was in turn.
And I
And I
get to
wake
sleep,
up
too.
rested, and I wake up happy.
Now if I can just find something that doesn't make men pee 12 times a night.
But you did.
Okay, so
Well,
let's talk about what's
Let's
in.
talk about
We
OVA.
talked a little bit about Veoza. Let's talk
OVA.
about what's actually in this OVA M because I'm a cynic about everything. I looked it up. It wasn't necessarily the easiest thing to find, but I found
They
it.
don't want to steal
And
it.
it's what because they it'll say proprietary
Blends.
blend, which kind of protects them a little bit.
Yeah.
It's not hormonal.
No soy, no
Okay.
estrogen.
It doesn't have soy. Why is it important? Why was it? Do you know
Soy-
why? Do you really know
Yeah,
why?
well,
know.
go ahead. I just assume because soy affects
Soy-
estrogen levels.
Well, soy is a mimic of
And they say,
estrogen
right,
and progesterone.
right, and they say women
so-
shouldn't have a lot of
So if
soybeans,
you eat a
lot
lot
of
of
soy
soy
It's
proteins,
not good.
which is also what a lot of you vegans out there are eating, and you better be careful about that because you're getting a lot of
Soy
estrogen
byproducts,
active
estrogen.
compounds when you eat those things. So let's talk again. I don't want this tape to go on forever.
Yeah, it's already too long, so
So
we gotta keep it going.
okay, so I'm going to go through these quick. It has Angelica Giga's knock eye.
Doesn't matter.
Which reduces mild hot flashes, night sweats, and vaginal dryness, supports libido and
Who knew?
sleep health. Let's
All
talk.
good stuff.
It's a traditional Korean and Chinese medicine. It's a root, much like if you looked at ginseng or anything like that.
All natural.
In
All
Asia,
American made.
they use it as a blood tonic for the treatment of gynecological diseases, anti-inflammatory, analgesics, and laxatives. Okay, so the next ingredient is hypermellose, which is simply cellulose. It's basically
Everything's
It's
plant-based.
basically sawdust, and this is just a vehicle for
Why are we doing
forming
this
the tablet.
ingredient stuff?
I like the next one, Wilford Cyantium.
Sounds like somebody
Another
I used to know.
Korean medicinal herb. It comes from milkweed. There are some pretty good clinical trials looking at it that found that it was a beneficial herbal medicine for treatment of menopausal symptoms
I can't
in
tell you how
women
much better I feel.
without any estrogen activity. That's really the important thing.
Exactly.
So it's not like you're taking estrogen.
Exactly. It's 2 capsules before bed.
Then you
$102
have
a day.
Phlomis
$102.
umbrosa turcanowitz root.
Oh, these words are $5 words.
I'm not sure what this is in there for. Okay, it's usually used to treat fractures, arthritis, rheumatoid arthritis.
You know why? Because menopausal women are more prone to osteoporosis.
Well,
This
it's
is
not
gonna help.
osteoporosis.
I know,
it's just,
but you're
I
just
think
talking
it's,
about
I think it
fractures.
maybe just, I think it's
Tighten
good
your
for,
bones.
I think when you're menopausal, you probably have some arthritis and it probably just makes you feel better.
And then you take our amazing collagen with it, anti-inflammatory.
It has a really nice ingredient called olive leaf extract. Olive leaf extract is literally what it says it is. It's an extract from olive leaves.
We love olives.
It's really, really good for type 2 diabetes. It's good for your heart. It's great for your blood vessels, and it protects against viral infections. So look at this. You're actually getting some boost in your immune system when you take that. And last but not least, it has what's called sage extract from the leaves itself. It's usually dried, used as an herb, but for centuries, both Eastern and Western medicine have used it for high cholesterol, inflammatory conditions, hot flashes. So that's already something that it was an old home remedy.
It's the stuff like you
was
can't
sage.
fix. Why fix what ain't broken?
So it's just natural. And again, that's what I do
made
love
in
about this
America,
country is a company,
company.
is that they make things.
You make things in America with
so-
natural ingredients, and it's non-animal tested. It's not hormonal.
Now,
not
Modera,
chemical.
this particular product, OVA, did not need to undergo Food and Drug Administration
This is a
approval or
supplement.
clinical trials because it's natural
Supplements.
ingredients.
Right.
But I will tell you that the company has done some studies. They showed 93% improved sleep,
Yes,
92 reduction in hot
Hot flashes.
flashes, 82% increase in cognition.
Oh,
You
that's
need
what I
to
want to say.
think
The
more
brain
clearly.
fog.
Like the
I
brain
mean,
fog
the brain
of-
fog. Gone. It's gone. I mean, I'm just my typical
82
self now.
increased energy, which you can see is exhibited right here.
Yeah. You're a lucky man.
Yeah, lucky man. I'm going to get you a job reading the car,
The disclaimers at the end,
car
that's really
lease
fast.
disclaimers at the end that
Yeah,
they
yeah.
read really fast.
Yep.
And a 93% improvement in mood.
Moods.
And this, I will definitely say,
Yes.
Denise's mood has improved. She would sit around crying for no reason.
Commercials would just set me off. TV commercials.
Yeah,
the
it
world
just
at
was
large.
terrible. So that's
Yeah.
much better.
So we're good.
And
so anyway, highly
Finally,
recommend.
what does this cost? Are you ready for this? Do you know what
Oh,
Vioza
wait, yeah, I was
costs?
gonna say, you didn't tell them the Vioza one.
Do you know what Vioza costs? Vioza costs about $600 a month. That's $20 a day. Maybe your insurance will cover it. Maybe it won't. I don't know what your copay is going to be, but you're going to have to go through hoops. And there's going to be approvals and authorizations. And your doctor's going to hate you because he's got to call the company 16 times. And it's $600 a month.
Crazy town.
$7,200 a year. Did I do that math right?
I
That's
don't
pretty
know.
good. Yeah, $7,000 a year.
Computer
What
brain.
does this cost? $60 a month. $2 a day.
$59.99.
It's a magnitude
$2.
less money with
And it's all natural, and you can just—it's so easy.
actually
just take it.
better results
Better
than
results.
the clinical trials of
From Vioza.
Vioza.
Yeah.
You're not
why wouldn't you try it?
You're not crossing the blood-brain barrier, at least as well as we know.
Right.
It's not affecting your heat regulation system.
And $10 off with my code of 3046266 when you sign up at
And
modere.com.
for if a male or
MODERE.
or if a man or somebody who identifies as a
Oh, yeah, I
female
guess if you
out here
identify as a
sees this,
female, feeling
try
moody,
it.
try it.
Maybe they'll make you be less
Nothing's
moody.
gonna hurt ya.
If you're identifying as a
Female.
female, it doesn't really
We don't
hurt
wanna
you.
go there.
But honestly, again, I want to endorse this as something you should
Endorsed
definitely
by
give a
Dr.
try.
John.
And,
OVA
and it's
M.
not
The
because
struggle is over.
I just can tell you that living with Denise has become
So much
just
better.
lovely.
Aw, thanks, babe. Anyway, cheers.
Anyway, so
Thanks
cheers
for listening.
Saturday.
Highly recommend.
We have a nice season
Hold
coming
up,
up.
yeah.
If you get on this stuff now, you're not going to have any hot flashes.
You'll feel so good
and
by
you're
the
not going to be
time.
standing out on the porch when everybody else
Exactly.
is toasting by the
Oh,
Christmas
and
tree.
highlight, in 4 days of taking it, my symptoms started going away. Like right away. I started January 1st. By January 4th, I was like, oh, I slept through the night. Wait, how did I sleep through the night? And the only time I do get up is if I drink a lot of wine before bed.
Yeah, well,
and I might get up.
Everybody
but
gets
you know,
up.
yeah,
Everybody
red
gets
wine
up.
will still make
so
these
let's
little.
conclude this with
So
a little
cheers to
toast to
OVA.
Jack DeMarco.
My
I'm
dad.
sorry, Denise's dad who passed away a year ago, and we had
His
Jack here
favorite-
drinking,
his favorite
and Jack's
wine was,
favorite wine was champagne, no pain.
Cheers.
Cheers to
Jack.
you. Have a great weekend.
Love you, Dad.
See
and
ya.
thanks for listening. Cheers.